There aren't many films that can scare me to the point where I'm pulling the covers over my eyes and wanting it to be morning. So terrified of what I just saw, all the while being hit with the message of urban legends and how communities manifest them, create them, to protect themselves from the horror of their everyday lives. In the case of Candyman, that would be the community of Cabrini Green, a ghetto that has been subject to the economic consequences of redlining and what has happened as a result. All the violence, anger, and fear personified into a single being, the Candyman. That was the vision that was presented to us in the original 1992 Candyman, which introduced us to the iconic Candyman, played by Tony Todd. Born in the late 1800s as the son of a slave, he grew up to become a well-known artist who was highly sought after to paint portraits of wealthy whites. However, after he fell in love with a daughter of a man that had commissioned him to paint a painting, the father sent a mob after him. Once they caught him, they cut off his right hand and smeared him with honeycomb, attracting bees that stung him to death. His corpse burned and his ashes scattered across the land on which Cabrini Green was eventually built. That pain, that agony, the anger is essentially brought back the Candyman to exact his vengeance on anyone dumb enough to say his name in the mirror 5 times. Nia DaCosta's 2021 Candyman, written in part by DaCosta and Jordan Peele, who also happened to executive produce, is a more laser-focused exploration into Candyman. The neighborhood of Cabrini Green has become gentrified, with more white and younger crowds inhabiting the land that was formerly black-dominated. With this gentrification, the legend of the Candyman has nearly disappeared, until it is rediscovered once more by an artist living in the now affluent Cabrini Green, Anthony McCoy, who has a chance encounter with the Cabrini Green old-timer. This chance encounter leads to the Candyman legend being reignited once more. But this film makes one important distinction from the original, that being that Candyman is no longer one singular person. Candyman has become the personification of retribution, of every black man that dies an unjust and brutal death at the hands of white people. The enduring injustice that keeps happening over and over. We saw it just this past summer with the murders of Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and then George Floyd. Like during those times when anger, sadness, and violence resulted from these unjust murders, the Candyman is that anger incarnate, the pain that returns from beyond the grave to deliver some form of retribution. As everyone was forgetting about Cabrini Green and its history, the more the Candyman kills, the more he is recognized and feared. The only time attention is paid to the real Cabrini Green, still there, still unheard. Now this film really struck a chord with me, building upon the themes of the original from the first black director of the series. And while DaCosta has a hard time delivering those messages, often coming across as very blunt and direct, not a lot of subtlety there, she excels at how the theme of urban legends adapts and changes over time, as throughout the film we see how the events of the original 92 legend have become twisted and changed to fit the times. The film also has an excellent cast, with Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Coleman Domingo, and Teyana Paris standing out. The soundtrack is also excellent, building upon the incredible Philip Glass score from the 92 version, as well as some incredible new original work. The film also has some very gorgeous editing and cinematography, eye candy if you will. The scares were also done very well, more so than even the original, I think, and there were some moments that literally had me terrified, paralyzed with fear. Overall, I really enjoyed the film, and you should definitely check it out right away. And I think I'm going to give Candyman 2021 a 9 out of 10. Yeah, go see it.